I remember the day I left for South America like it was yesterday. It was early 2019, right after I'd quit my soul-sucking job. My friends thought I was nuts, a solo female traveler heading into the wilds of Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, and beyond with just a backpack and a vague itinerary. I'd read all the forums, packed my pepper spray, and figured I'd blend in with my rusty Spanish from college. What could go wrong? My first stop was Bogota. I checked into a hostel in La Candelaria, the kind with bunk beds and communal kitchens where everyone shares stories over instant coffee. That's where I met her the first time, Maya. She was Israeli, probably mid-20s. She was sitting at the breakfast table, nursing a mug of tea when I plopped down across from her. "Hey, mind if I join? I'm Julia, from the States," I said, forcing a smile through my jet lag. She looked up, her face lighting up like she'd been waiting for company. "Sure. I'm Maya. Just got here from Tel Aviv. First time in South America?" We chatted for hours that morning. She was fresh off her mandatory army service, backpacking to find herself, or whatever cliche we all chase. She had this infectious energy, laughing loudly at my stories about Midwestern winters and sharing tales of hiking in the Negev desert. By noon, we had decided to team up for a day trip to Monserrate, the mountain overlooking the city. It felt easy, natural, like I'd found a travel buddy without even trying. But things went south fast. On the cable car up, Maya started fidgeting with her phone. "I think I left my wallet back at the hostel," she muttered. "No way. Want me to check my bag? Maybe you handed it to me," I offered, rummaging through my stuff. She shook her head. "Nah, it's probably in my room. I'll grab it later." At the top, we wandered the church and viewpoints, snapping selfies with the city sprawled below. That's when the storm hit. Out of nowhere, dark clouds rolled in and rain poured like someone had flipped a switch. We ran for cover, but Maya slipped on the wet stones, twisting her ankle bad. "Oh, this hurts," she groaned, clutching her leg. I helped her hobble back down, but by the time we had reached the hostel, her ankle was swollen like a balloon. The desk guy called a doctor, who bandaged it and said she'd be limping for days. "Bad luck, huh?" I joked, trying to lighten the mood as I brought her ice. She laughed weakly. "Story of my life. But hey, thanks for sticking around, Julia. Most people would have bailed." That night, over beers in the common room, she told me about her plans. Heading south to Medellin, then Ecuador. I was on a similar route, so we exchanged numbers. "Let's meet up if our paths cross," I said. Little did I know, they would, over and over, each time worse than the last. A week later, I was in Medellin, exploring the Comuna 13 neighborhood with its colorful murals and escalators snaking up the hills. I'd met a couple of Aussies at my new hostel, and we were grabbing empanadas when my phone buzzed. It was Maya. "Hey, in Medellin too. Ankle's better. Want to grab drinks?" I hesitated for a second. Her bad luck from Bogota lingered in my mind, but I shrugged it off. We met at a rooftop bar in El Poblado, the trendy part of town. She showed up with two guys in tow, a Brit named Tom and a French dude, Pierre. They seemed nice enough, all laughs and travel war stories. "So, what have you been up to?" I asked Maya as we clinked glasses of aguardiente. "Oh man, you wouldn't believe it," she said. "After Bogota, I hitched a ride to Salento, the coffee region. Beautiful, right? But the Jeep I was in skidded off the road in the rain. Flipped twice. I walked away with bruises, but the driver broke his arm." Tom chimed in. "Yeah, we met her in the hospital waiting room. Crazy story." Pierre nodded. "She's got 9 lives, this one." We partied late, dancing to reggaeton until the bar closed. But as we stumbled back, Maya pulled me aside. Those guys are cool, but I think Tom's sketchy. He keeps eyeing my bag. I brushed it off. Alcohol talking, I figured. The next morning, though, she texted me, frantic. "Julia, they robbed me! Took my cash and passport while I was sleeping! I'm at the police station!" I rushed over, helping her file a report. The cops were useless, shrugging about tourist problems. Maya was in tears. "Why does this keep happening? First the ankle, now this, and Tom and Pierre, gone, just vanished." "Vanished? Like they left the hostel?" I asked. "Yeah, no note, nothing. The receptionist said that they checked out at dawn." I lent her some money for a new passport and bus ticket, but inside, a voice whispered, "Get away. This girl is a magnet for disaster." I said goodbye that afternoon, wishing her luck as she headed to Quito. I pushed on to Peru, trying to shake the unease. Cusco was a dream. Ancient ruins, vibrant markets, and the buzz of trekkers prepping for Machu Picchu. I joined a group hike to Rainbow Mountain, feeling alive for the first time in weeks. But on my way back to town, guess who I spotted at a cafe? Maya, alone, nursing a coffee with a bandaged hand. "Julia? Oh my God, what are the odds?" she exclaimed, waving me over. I forced a smile, sitting down. "Hey, Quito treat you okay?" Her face darkened. "Not really. Met a group in Ecuador. 2 American girls and a local guide. We did the Quilotoa loop hike. Stunning views, but then an earthquake hit. Small one, but it triggered a landslide. We barely made it out. One of the girls, Jess, twisted her knee bad. Had to be airlifted." "Jesus, Maya. And the others?" She shrugged. "The guide quit on us after that. Said I was mala suerte. Bad luck. The girls stuck around for a bit, but then they just disappeared. Left in the night without a word. I woke up alone in the hostel." A chill ran down my spine. Disappeared? Again? That's creepy. You think something happened to them? Who knows? Maybe they got scared off. Anyway, I'm here now. Heading to Machu Picchu tomorrow. You? I lied. Nah, I'm going south to Arequipa. No way was I joining her. We talked a bit more, her sharing wild army stories, me nodding politely, but I excused myself early, claiming a headache. Bolivia was next for me. The salt flats of Uyuni, endless white expanses under blue skies. I splurged on a jeep tour with a mixed group, Germans, a Canadian couple, and me. We were bumping along the Salar when our driver pointed out a lone figure hitchhiking. "Want to pick her up? Looks like a traveler." My heart sank as we got closer. Maya, waving enthusiastically. "Julia? This is insane!" she yelled as she climbed in, dusty and grinning. The group welcomed her, but I felt dread coil in my gut. "What happened after Cusco?" I asked quietly. Her voice dropped. "Machu Picchu was a nightmare. Hiked the Inca Trail with a new crew, 3 Brits. Altitude sickness hit one hard, and then a rock slide blocked the path. We had to turn back. The Brits argued with the guide, and next morning, poof, gone, no trace." The Canadian woman, Lisa, overheard. "Gone? Like, kidnapped?" Maya laughed it off. Nah, probably just ditched me. I'm starting to think I'm cursed." That night around the campfire in our salt hotel, stories flowed. "Back home, I was in a unit that dealt with border skirmishes," Maya said, staring into the flames. "Saw some shit. Friends lost. Maybe it's karma following me." The German guy, Klaus, leaned in. "Or maybe you're just unlucky. Happens to the best of us." But the next day, disaster struck. Our Jeep hit a pothole hard. Tire blew, and we spun out on the salt. No one hurt bad, but the vehicle was wrecked. We waited hours for rescue, baking in the sun. Lisa twisted her ankle jumping out, and the Canadians whispered about Maya being jinxed. When help arrived, I hitched a ride with another group, leaving Maya behind. "Stay safe," I muttered, avoiding her eyes. She grabbed my arm. "Julia, wait! Travel with me? It's lonely out here." "Sorry, I can't. I got plans." I pulled away. Chile was my escape. Santiago's bustling streets, wine tours in the valleys. I thought I'd outrun her. But 2 weeks later, at a vineyard tasting, there she was, chatting with the sommelier. "Julia? Holy crap!" She hugged me like an old friend. This time I didn't hide my frustration. "Maya, how? This continent's huge." "Fate, I guess," she said with a wink. But her eyes were tired, shadowed. Over wine, she spilled. After Bolivia, she had gone to La Paz, met locals for a death road bike tour. Brakes failed on one bike. Guy crashed, broke his leg. The group freaked, and by morning, half had vanished. No goodbyes. Vanished? "Maya, this isn't normal. Maybe you should go home." She sighed. "I know, but I can't. Not yet. Israel's waiting, but freedom, you know?" We talked deep into the night. "What if it's not bad luck?" I ventured. "What if something's following you? Like what? A curse? Or maybe I'm the problem. In the army, I lost a partner on patrol. Bullet meant for me. Survivor's guilt, they call it." For the first time, I saw beyond the chaos. A woman haunted, just like me, running from my boring life. But the next day, at the vineyard, a fire broke out in the fields. Sparks from a worker's cigarette, they said. We evacuated, but Maya's bag got left behind, burned with her clothes and money. "See? Infectious," she joked through tears. I helped her again, buying her a bus ticket to Argentina. "This is the last time," I said firmly. "Go home, Maya." She nodded. "Thanks, Julia. You're the only one who stuck around, even if you run." Argentina was my turning point. Buenos Aires, tango, steaks. I was at a milonga, learning steps from a local named Carlos, when my phone rang. Unknown number. "Julia? It's Maya. I'm in BA. Bad news." My blood ran cold. "What now?" "Bus crash en route. Flipped on a curve. I walked away, but my travel mates, 2 didn't make it. The others scattered. Some just left the hospital without a word." "Dead? Maya, this is serious. You need help." "Meet me? Please, I'm scared." Against my better judgment, I went. She was at a cafe in San Telmo, looking gaunt. "Julia, I think it's me. People around me, they disappear or die." We talked for hours. "Tell me everything," I urged. She confessed. In Israel, during service, her unit was ambushed. She survived by hiding, but her best friend didn't. "I should have fought. Instead, I ran. Now it's like death follows me." But as we left, a mugging happened. 2 guys on a motorcycle snatched her purse. I chased them, yelling, but they got away. In the scuffle, one grazed me with a knife, shallow cut on my arm. "I'm done, Maya. You're toxic." Her face crumpled. "I'm sorry. Go. Save yourself." I left, heart pounding, and booked the next flight home. But this is not the end of it. A few months later, I got a Facebook message. "Maya. Made it home. Safe. Thanks for everything. No more bad luck. Yet." I replied, "Good. Stay there."